All right, y'all. What's going on? This is Decorian Diggles, Diggles Elite Cleaning CEO at this time.
Hey, this is Otis Pill, service technician with Diggles Elite Cleaning. Best in the company. Best in the world, I meant.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Now y'all let the people know what is Diggles Elite Cleaning.
Ah man, Diggles Elite Cleaning, man. We one of the top cleaning services in the DFW Metroplex. Pretty much, y'all. I mean, we pretty much service anything. I mean, anything dealing with flooring. We do carpet, tile and grout. Also hardwood floors, and then like I said, anything that's dealing with upholstery. So you can go ahead and reach out to us anytime.
So y'all like the black Stanley steamer.
Pretty much.
Without the yellow truck.
Man, without the yellow truck. We got a white truck with the blue icing on the end. Pretty much, man. We take a lot of their customers though. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
Shots fired already.
Pretty much. Man, I mean, pretty much a lot of people, man, nowadays you get what you pay for. When you come with us, we're gonna give you the top of the line cleaning, detailed cleaning. We're gonna give you a good explanation, and we actually show our customers exactly what we actually doing. All right, we're not just in there running through their carpet just trying to get the dollar, man. We take value in everything that we do, and we just want to be a good representation of our company once we leave. When we leave, we want you to talk about us, and we want all positive things, nothing negative.
Exactly.
So how do y'all get the customer to talk about y'all? Like what set y'all apart from the Stanley steamer from other cleaning companies?
Man, it's good. I don't want to just say it like that, man. Pretty much when you do good work, it's gonna sell itself.
Speak for itself.
Relationships. I mean, we done met a lot of new people, a lot of new friends throughout this last year and a half at this time. And man, pretty much a lot of people just want us to win when it comes to it. When you do good work and a lot of people, even if you just been solid with a lot of relationships throughout the years, different jobs, people don't forget that. When you work at a certain job, even if it's at Walmart, people don't forget your work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
If you worked hard at Walmart, 9 times out of 10, you running your own business, they know you're gonna give 110%.
And also growing up with parents who didn't allow you to be dirty and lazy, we treat it like it's ours, basically. That's what kind of separates us too. We don't, we're doing people carpet, their floors, period, their upholstery. We don't just do it to just rush it. You know what I'm saying? We look at it and be like, okay, what would I like this? And if it's not something we like, we make sure we get it completely right. Because like he said, it speaks for itself. We do a good job. You can leave somebody's house, they looking at it like, man, it look brand new. That make you feel good, knowing that what you're doing is actually working.
Exactly. And then I think we our biggest critic.
Oh, yeah.
We not gonna leave we treat everybody furniture and stuff like it's our own. The way we was raised, our parents, 9 times out of 10, I've been telling you to hear this. Hey, if it ain't done right, like I like it, 9 times out of 10, I'll make you do it over. We not trying to do nothing over. That's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah.
But man, like I say, man, we pretty much we started something from the bottom up. We did our homework on the whole industry, and we just want to make sure we set our territory, and like we here to take over when it comes to this flooring. Like we want to save everybody a lot of money at this point, rather than just spending all your money to upgrade your home, invest in us. We can go ahead and help save you some money, and try to revamp and try to help educate a lot of people on their carpet. People walk on their carpet every day. Floors are not going nowhere. This is a wide open industry at this point. It's an opportunity to make a lot of money. We just try to branch off from, as far as not doing what everybody else doing. It's a lot of people doing the same thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people doing the same thing.
And no knock to they hustle with what they had going on, but name another carpet cleaning company other than Stanley Steamer,
That's the first thing that pops in people's mind, right?
True.
So there's no reason it can't be a black company like that too.
So was that the inspiration, trying to stand out, be different, to choose Diggles Elite Cleaning, carpet, floors?
That was one of them, but at the end of the day, it was just more like, okay, I got on my end, I'm just using myself, and then I end up getting blessed and put in a situation to where I can actually help others, and my buddy, I've been knowing him. I'm gonna just kind of give you a little summary.
Break it down to
But my buddy, oh yeah, man, he was like, man, I've been knowing you for like 20 years, my whole
Damn,
life.
that long.
Long time. You know, we basically raised. I'm like, what?
Yeah, he wouldn't even, man. He used to score on me with my shoulders and my backpack coming to the ring. You
Yeah,
know
you
the
know.
ring days, man. It's like,
But you know, at the same time, it was like, man, we ain't never made no money together. And I'll be honest, man. I'm just using myself as an example when it comes to it. I got a job. I was blessed to have that job, put in a situation to learn at that job. You know, everything that we do at a job, take it as an experience, a learning experience. Learn as much as you can at that company, and you take that game with you, and then you invest in yourself. We started this off of just a conversation.
yeah,
Man, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I let this one guy come clean my house. I asked him every single question that you could possibly think of. Man, that's all you did to do. It's like, man, he just broke the whole game down to me. But at the end of the day, I went to a business school, so I just took everything that I know from school, work, and I just combined
applied it.
all that stuff. And I was like, okay, even the streets too. I added all that stuff in there,
The whole experience.
the whole experience. But at the same time, you want your customers to make sure they feel comfortable, they feel good on the money that they actually spending with you. And like I say, we just took all that knowledge and we used everybody that we actually can help us, like those relationships. I knew my lane. I'm not the best when it comes to web design and all that other stuff, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? My boy, I went to school with him. He loved. That's what he actually do. Let me shop with him. Let me make sure that we can actually spend some money. Well, we keeping our money on around just nothing but our team
In the circle.
In the circle,
in the
yeah.
circle. And that's the main thing that you gotta have some loyal people and some people that really that's gonna work and be down and want to see you win.
Now, you touched on making the customers feel comfortable and loyal to the business
Mhm.
and want to come back. How do y'all do that? Break that down. What's the process from getting a call or setting
Man,
it up to
now
clean?
now this is my management that's kicking in right here. Alright? So it's all about your customer experience.
Yeah.
I want to know, where we messed up, where we fell short at. Um, some things that we could have worked on as a company. If it's something that you didn't like, man, tell us. It's okay. We're not taking anything to heart. We just gonna do what we can to change it up for the next customer. Then we come back, we're gonna give you 110% on what you actually looking for. Like I said, customer experience. Engage with your customer. Just hold a conversation. A lot of times, I'm gonna be honest with a lot of black companies. We got they got bad customer service. How many times we hear that? Too much, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to. We want to revamp that. We want you to have a great customer experience with our company. We want you. We want you to basically be able to talk nothing but positive stuff. Like, hey man, hey, I really enjoyed it. I really didn't want y'all to leave. We go to a lot of customers how they don't even want us to leave.
No matter what color they are.
No what
black,
color
black,
it is. They just
white.
want to sit and talk to us. It's cool, but at the same time, we got to schedule. We got to make sure we get to the next person, and we want to be there on time. All right. Like I say, each one of your dollars, man, you just want to make sure that you spend with us. We just want to make sure that you feel comfortable spending your money with us. All right, and then you gonna go tell somebody, hey, they did this, this, and this.
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. That's what's gonna sell. Facebook.
Yeah.
They gonna sell. Family gonna look out for you. But if you that person in the family that's you stirring up, it's not gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? The relationship.
Microwaves.
Man. You gotta make people feel comfortable on us, and then also, like I say, you become the leader in the family. A lot of people want to know your story. Hey, how did this happen? Where exactly did y'all come up with this idea at? Man, y'all really did it. You hear a lot of people say what they gonna do, and they get these long 8-year goals, and then you don't never see. We got kids. Everybody got kids. Everybody got bills. But at the same time, man, you got to treat your dollars in your bank account like they employees. They need to be making money for you when you ain't there. If you invest if you invest in something, make sure that dollar is gonna work for you and bring you some more money. Right now, we at that age, man. Everything we spend, it need to make sense.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna bring no money into the household. We don't need to be buying it. It's cool.
It'll be there.
Yeah.
As far as being a boss, being entrepreneurs, having your own business, also being black, being African American in this society, do y'all feel like it's more pressure for y'all to bring better customer service, or it's just that just come with the job?
I think that just come with us. Most of our core values is like honesty, trust. Man, you never believe how many people just leave us in their house just because we don't come off like we're doing this because they don't know who we are until they see us. So we could be anybody, but we just that personalization that we have with that person, with the customer. You know what I'm saying? It make it easy for them to be like, okay. And then when we talking to them, we can see they have pets and ask questions about them, especially him with dog. He'll know what kind of dog they have, or they had kids. We just personal with them, so we don't put a lot of pressure on ourselves because we are black. Because I mean, to be honest, you don't even want to just stand out all the time as like a black owned business. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. I'm not knocking it, but at the same time, you want to be able to service everybody. We have white clients, Arabian clients, Hispanic clients. They don't care about our color. They just care more so about what service we're gonna provide. Good business is good business. Yeah. And then, you treat them all the same, and they're going to respect you and they're going to call you back and you may learn something about them and their culture, what they, what you got to tend to more so with them than, it's because it's all different. We all raised different. We were brought up different. Some people don't know certain things about the floors that we try to tell them, to where the point where they be like, man, like, well, I do this, we get all kind of tips and secrets through different races and cultures of people who doing stuff, So so many tips and tricks we learn through them too.
Exactly.
So we learn through them as much as they learn through us. So
man, we got people that have their own service, cleaning services too. Hey man, why don't y'all try this, this, and this? It's gonna add on to this. But like I say, with us, we gotta kind of think outside the box, And it's also about your marketing, get content. Nobody gonna want to spend no money with somebody if you ain't got no content, man. You say you doing it, but I don't see it. If I go to your Facebook page or I go to your Instagram, you don't have that on there saying that you're doing that. How I really know that you're gonna do the services that you are for me at this time?
Exactly.
All right. So like I say, everything is like an experience. Man, I done pretty much, like I said, I done had a blast doing this last year and a half.
It came so fast.
It came fast, man.
Man, when COVID hit, to be honest, when COVID hit, I was like, because we just, had just got going up and running, and starting where we started, it was kind of like things were, getting bigger for us as far as what we were trying to take it to the next level. So when COVID hit, we thought we was gonna slow down, man. We didn't miss a beat. We kept going. Things like we look at the charts just kept going up and up and up, and so it was kind of like, man, like how we going, like. Like we start getting like, what I'm saying? When you're doing something and it's going so fast, you start being like, man, it's getting too big. Like, do we need to slow down? But you don't want to slow down because you know how busy you're going to keep yourself. So it's been a lot of weekends, that we don't get,
man,
with us, the weekend.
Ain't no sleep. You don't get no sleep in anything that you actually do. You know what I'm saying? If you going to invest your time, your money, it's no sleep, man. That little share that you do on Facebook or you sharing your people's stuff, man, that go a long way because you don't know the behind the scenes on what they had to do to get that. You know what I'm saying? To make that quality commercial, to make that quality, get that quality content. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of nights, man. We ain't sleep. We don't even play. A lot of people. We used to play the game and all that other stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Losing it. Nah, I ain't losing that. I'm raw. No, but I'm just saying.
No
comment. But I'm saying. No, I'm
I'm
saying we up gambling and all this other stuff. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. But shoot, what you gonna leave your kids?
How they take a back seat.
How they take a back seat. Let's gonna say it. It's cool. You can
it's still gonna be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be there.
Because we done went out of town with this, with the carpet. We done went out of town with it. We got commercial buildings that we doing. So basically 7 days a week we could be busy, if we choose to be. But a lot of times too, we look at each other and be like, bro, let's get a little rest. You know what I'm saying? Because we still do, do our main grind. But this is the baby. You know what I'm saying? So we treat it like that, and it's been fun. Like you said, it's been fun this last year and a half because it's funny being with somebody that you with almost a lot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all playing the game, going out, kicking it, but now y'all making money together. It's even better.
It's even better. And then it's like I say, man, we not knocking an 8 to 5. Look, I still got my 8 to 5. I be there every day, pretty much. But at the same time, the time that you down, try to use that time to invest in yourself. Mm-hmm. You getting those bonuses, man, don't go buy that bag or anything like that. We at the age we need to be investing. Sometimes, like I said, you do stocks, let's do stocks. You want cryptocurrency, let's do cryptocurrency. But at the same time, you need to be investing in something that later on that you can leave your kids, your family, and set yourself up. like I say, a lot of us we don't do that. We go out, we on the latest purse, want the latest shoes, J's, all that stuff. Add them J's up. I had to do it. I went in there, add all the J's up. I done spent over the years all the Gucci's and all that stuff. Add that up, man. When you can really use that and invest in yourself. Cause 9 times 10, that 8 to 5, you giving it all just so you don't get fired. Just imagine that. Just
yeah.
imagine that was for you and your
Yeah.
company and what
Yeah.
you investing in. All right, and just take that experience. Now your boss gonna tell you. I understand. I had to deliver that bad news to some of my agents when I worked in that in corporate. They not gonna like everything. Everybody not gonna like you, but at the same time, you want them to respect you and what you got going on. Right now, like I said, at first people like I don't know, but now they respect and they see what we got going, and they see that it is opportunity for you to make some residual income in your household. That's what it's all about. I put a post when that last year, the year before, for New
before.
Year's, like a year before, and I spoke it into existence, man. With like when you do that, you write your goals down.
Mhm.
It gotta be some reasonable goals. Hey, I need $1 million in 6 months. It can't be that. You gotta start from the bottom, or you set yourself up to where you're gonna be able to learn. And everybody is not no boss.
Yeah.
You got to be able to learn first before you become that boss.
Everybody got a role.
Everybody
Yeah, got a
play.
role to play. You know what I'm saying? And then you had that opportunity. So you sit back and you peep game on what they actually doing. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what he doing. Oh, okay. I see how he moving. Don't go hating on him and try to take his spot
Yeah.
and go tell all his business. Nah, you keep that in the house and y'all see where you can actually go.
Yeah.
Play the position. Like I say, I watch all that stuff when it come to LeBron James and Kevin Hart and how they set their team up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be able to do that. All right.
True.
Everybody ain't hating on you. You gotta take a step back and be like, all right,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
You gotta put the work in.
A lot of
Gotta
people
put the work in.
a lot of people get that misconception that if you working with somebody that they the boss and you the nobody.
Yeah.
But and technically you have to learn from somebody, everybody.
Yeah.
I know people who've had businesses or who have businesses, but they didn't just wake up one day and figure it out. They learned from somebody. A job may have taught us how to
Yeah.
do certain things, but you gotta learn from somebody. A lot of people, it's too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. You know what I'm saying? So when you sit back and you look at it, like people, they think they're being bosses. Being a boss is really putting your people in position. To me, so it's kind of like when I learned from him, he learned from me. Same way. It's his company though.
Partnership.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
partnership. If I say, hey man, I think because it's certain things we learning off each other. So if I'm doing the work and he's setting the jobs, that we both got a role to play. And then if I say, bro, I think we should do it like this, he don't be like, nah, I'm the boss of this. Do it now. We're gonna do it. Look at it, be like, that makes sense.
Let's
You know what I'm saying? Let's do it that way.
If
It all
don't
come
make
together.
sense.
You know what I'm
If
saying?
it don't make sense and make the job easier and we can get done faster, let's do it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm open for feedback as a manager at a corporate. When I'm messing up as a boss and they ain't feeling what I'm actually doing, and I'm not setting my people up to be successful. They fall back. If I'm angry all the time, guess what my team gonna be? Angry all the time.
You set the tone as the boss.
You
Okay,
set the
tell you.
tone straight up.
As the leader.
Exactly. So you gotta have those leadership qualities in you that's gonna be able to see 5 months on down the line, 6 months on down the line. I gave us all kind of goals last year. I really had 3 big ones last year, and we didn't hit our last goal until like right before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And then that big contract came. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, let's go on and we're gonna be able to. And I wasn't even gonna answer the phone. I didn't even know who the number was, but it was just a blessing that was calling me at that time. And another good relationship that we done built. And this man trusts us a lot when it comes to his business, and we just working together as a partnership to do successful work.
It pays off too.
It pays off.
It pays off.
Yeah, it really do. And
Man, I love what y'all doing.
Yeah.
Like, real time. Not just because we grew up in the same place, come from the same place, but
Yeah.
just the fact that y'all two young black men doing y'all thing.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Already.
still working a job,
Yeah.
still building your legacy.
yeah.
And on top of that, as far as you being the leader, it says a lot that Otis trust you and listen to you, and y'all listen to each other.
Oh,
Yeah.
And take heed, because it's sad to say, but it's hard. It's rare to see
Yeah.
two friends. You know what I'm saying? Come
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. But like I said, everybody want to be a boss. Then on top of that, it's these relationships. You're gonna have to cut some people off.
Yeah.
They not gonna be able to see what you trying to do on down the line, and then 9 times out of 10, they want to be the person in charge, or they want your spot.
Mm.
They want your spot. Like I say, if those negative people around you, man, just separate yourself from that.
It ain't gotta be no hate.
It ain't no hate.
No love loss. It's just, and I had to learn that because I'm more of like a people person. Like I don't deal with a lot of people anyway. So people that I do deal with is close. You know what I'm saying? But just over time, it's like when I started taking a chance on myself, people started looking at me different, like, you trying to follow the lead or what somebody else doing? Like, why wouldn't I? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lead. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not something it's benefiting me. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, like a lot of people want to be the boss, and a lot of people don't know how to work their way up to that stature. They want to just be the boss. But it's then like, what's your plans? What's your goals?
And I done had big homies. I done had like a lot of dudes that grew up and showed me a lot of the game. My father, he helped me with a lot of games. So I try to get a lot of those jewels while my father here. A lot of people ain't got their father they can reach out to. And that's the game that we trying to say, okay, a lot of people might know how to do this, but how do we go out and get this $500,000 contract and really just, all right, let's come up with a game plan as a team to where we're going to try to double or triple that.
Yeah.
Take it to the next level. But it's gonna take planning. You're gonna have to have the right people around you. And you ain't gotta, you're gonna take some losses sometimes, but at the same time, if they coming in just thinking about money, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work because you not gonna make money all the time. Sometimes you're gonna have to take an L.
Yeah.
Now speaking on the losses.
Yeah.
Taking the L's, that's part of the game.
Yeah.
Well,
but hold on.
Gotcha.
Yeah. In the social media era, I always see the highlights. I always see
exactly
the best moments.
Okay.
The goals. I want y'all to speak on some of Diggles' elite cleaning struggles.
Let me get this out the way. let me go get mine out of the way. Man, so one day, it's a story. So one day, he pulled a van in his house, right? So I'm like, let me go and move it, cause I just want to go and move the van. Man, I done ran over the mailbox. I just scratched it up, man. I done towed the truck up, right?
Damn.
So I'm like, man, but I just get back in the truck. D looking at me from the thing. I like, I done towed the truck up. So I back it on out, man. I get out the truck. I'm feeling bad. He was like, he laughed. He like, bro, it happens. I like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I like, cool, man.
It happens, man. I mean, I done did it. It's like, what it is. Man, it get fixed. It's cool.
But it was still like, dang, like. Dang,
I just took his CDL. Hey, you ain't driving no time, so you know what I'm saying. You gonna sit there, just chill.
Hey, but I got my CDL back.
It happens. Like I say, man, we got blessed. That was when we first got the truck.
Another loss was after that snowstorm, man.
Oh yeah, man. All our hoes is bust. That was my first time going through that experience, and then.
In the truck?
In the truck. It got that cold, man.
Golly, we like, all right, but like I say, learning experience. One of our older guys that we do business with.
Mm-hmm.
He told us how to game. He's like, man, this is the easy way, man. You run it, you do this, and this, and your hoes will never bust. But we would have never knew that if we didn't go through that experience.
Man, when that snow got done, a lot of people needed their carpet cleans because of the pipes busting and stuff like that. I'll never forget. I'm getting dressed for the ready to go. He called me, like, man, all these pipes been busted in this van.
Yeah.
I like, dang. So I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, well, we'll get that fixed. We'll just keep on going. He called me the next day, like, man, $800 later.
It got to, man. You gonna take those losses, man.
So we gotta make that back. That's first thought. We gotta make that back.
Made it back in like a couple of days. It's cool. It is what it is. You just gotta get out there and you gotta go find that money.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't. It's not, sometimes it come to you. Sometimes you get blessed, but at the same time, you never don't let that hunger go. Don't take it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get that bad customer service because that first impression is everything.
Yeah.
You go in there like this, and then sometimes when you do shake hands, man, you don't want that. With certain people that you really, them negative people that I'm telling you about. Don't always shake that. That energy can always transfer to you. Yeah. Shaking that hand. All right, just hold. It's okay, man. I love you. We still cool, but I gotta love you from far. At the end of the day, like I say, you gotta have that great team around you. You gotta actually have somebody that's gonna be supportive, even in relationship wise and all that stuff, man. You want somebody that's gonna really support you on what you actually got going on.
And not give up on you either, because it's easy to give up on somebody when they like when they high, of course everybody want to, be there. But when people go through their, experience, like if the business dropped tomorrow, it wouldn't change nothing about us. You dig what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you gotta, and then to say he gets sick or something, knock on wood.
Yeah.
I know he can trust me to still go out and do everything that we do because I learned the game. But it's like some people, they want to be in that position just because they want the money. It's just like,
Nice.
you want them to see the whole journey so they'll understand how the money is made, not I'm just gonna give you something. Because a lot of people just want you to give them something.
Man, this was a barbecue company at first. We
What was Diggles Elite Cleaning before? Like,
man, we was a barbecue company, man. We
barbecue.
Slanging turkey legs,
slanging
man.
turkey legs, man. The fur was down. Hey, guess what? We was slanging turkey legs. That's where it started at.
It was weird how it started though. I came at him, I was like, man, I need to make some extra money doing something. I like, you got the space, you got the house. Let me barbecue at your house. So we already had 2 pits back there that we worked on for us.
But why barbecue though?
Because I love cooking.
You love cooking.
Love cooking.
Got you.
And what I asked for, I got it. Right? So I was like, I love cooking. So I was like, man, let me barbecue. He was like, cool. He's like, but find another pit. So I was like, cool. So he told me to go to Home Depot. I found the pit. I shot it to him in the text. 3 days later, it was at his house.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, bet. So we bought 1 box of turkey legs, man. 1 box. It was like 16 in there. Man, I'll never forget that night. We up and down all night trying to fix these turkey legs, man. Because we didn't know kind of what we was doing, and they were so big. We were trying to perfect them, but it was only 16 of them. And so we watched Shaft that night. I'll never forget, bro. I'm talking watch the sun come up just up and down. So long story short, we did those. We sold them, and then it became like big. People wanted them out every weekend, but we wasn't willing to do them every weekend like that. So we had one guy. Shout out to my boy Moses. He came to us and he was like, man, I got this event. I want y'all to be the only hot food there. So him and his wife, they came through, tasted some food. We went from making 16 turkey legs to making like 40 a night. It took us 8 hours to do 16. Then we was doing like 40 in 4 hours type of thing.
Yeah, we had about 300 to 400 for that event.
Yeah, we had about 400 turkey legs, and then we took them out there.
Yeah.
And we had the links to them, the ribs, and we set them turkey legs for $20 a piece.
Yeah.
We're home probably like 3 of them.
Yeah, you do
Man,
the
I
math
remember
on
seeing
that.
y'all booming, man, on social media, Facebook. I remember seeing the posts. I remember
man.
seeing the feedback. Everybody was listening.
That's a lot of seasoning,
That's
my boy.
where it started. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
where it started.
Yeah, because it's pretty much, man, everybody back in the day, high school, Yeah, I would sell anything. See, I would have moved, man. Everything.
So you always had the hustle entrepreneur mentality.
Yeah, but the thing is, when I end up in corporate, I got complacent. I didn't want to do anything that's gonna mess up my job. What I got going now, I know they're gonna make me amount. Cool, I did that. So I got complacent. I started thinking, all right, so movie game and CDs, all that stuff changed to streaming. So you wasn't really making no money back then. I mean, once that switched over, so I'm like, all right, man, what can I actually do? This, that. I sat on it. I actually sat and thought about this for about 3-4 years. And I just met one of my other friends right now. He said, telling me the same thing. Like, he don't know what's that next move is. And man, I been said we was gonna do a cleaner service, but I was like, man, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. But the guy that did my house, I end up, running into him again.
So
I ran into him again. I was like, man, where you get this stuff from? He just told me right then, like, look,
free
go
game.
here. It was just free game. So I was like, you know what? He just told me where to go get it, but it ain't no point of me going to get it. I don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, let me go and do my homework. I pretty much stayed in the house for probably about a week. From Christmas, it was from Christmas to like whole New Year's. And I sat there and I wrote the game plan down. Hey, these are our goals. These are our values. This is what we want to be here in a certain type of months. And I sat there and I like, you know what? Let me go ahead and present this to my boy O. And basically what I ended up doing once we did that,
I was shocked when he came.
He was shocked. He was like, man, you gonna do that?
He'll call me. It was just random.
Yeah.
We just kind of say, bro, we about to clean carpet. I was just like, all right, bro, bet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I told him, I said, once we do it, pretty much, I say, because it was cool with the barbecue. It was just time consuming.
Right.
Man, you gotta chop it up. You gotta
drive, deliver. I'm
deliver,
all the way in
you
Farmer
gotta
Branch
do a whole
delivering
bunch of
$25 turkey leg.
Right.
Like,
man, I was quick. Hey, here your service. Come give me the money. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, what we end up doing, man, once we end up, we started from the bottom, the mud. Like, You know,
Ground zero.
we bought the best machine that we can actually afford at that time. Basically, I just took my bonus from the job and I flipped my bonus.
Mm-hmm.
I used everything that they gave. So they gonna give me free money. I'm gonna take that free money, then I'm gonna take it to the whole thing. Same thing.
Once
All
again,
these people got
another
these
hustle mentality.
another
Yeah.
hustle mentality.
Gotcha.
Same thing. It was cool. A lot of people talking down, talking bad about you having the PPL loan and the PPP loan and all the SBA loan. It's cool if you do the right thing with it. All right, take it, but you still gotta pay some of that stuff back. But at the same time, just use it wisely. You ain't gotta go get that $5,000 bag.
No. Don't go to the strip club.
Don't go to the strip club. Don't
casinos.
But nah,
Nah.
even if you got some money, you ain't gotta show it. You know, people gonna watch how you move, and then they gonna know you got that money. A lot of cats, they doing all this. I've been in that situation before.
Right.
Cat try to rob me and kill me and all that stuff. It's like, it ain't even worth it.
Right.
It's not worth it. So you just do your thing, man, and you keep your
Stay
own
out the
lane.
way.
You know, make sure you and your family happy. You ain't gotta do all that. It's cool.
Now,
Yes, sir.
when you got that call saying that y'all gonna start cleaning carpet,
Mhm.
what made you trust D and be like, hey, I'm riding with you. Let's go. Let's figure this out.
It was easy. It was easy for me to just be like, bet, you know, because I know him. I know he ain't just. I know because I know when he thinking, I be like, bro, what you thinking? You too quiet, you know what I'm saying? So when he told me, man, this is what I've been up here doing, I was like, okay, so you done did your research and studies on it. So now my thought is, now I gotta teach myself something about it too, because I don't want to be left behind. But I also don't want to jump the gun and be like, you know what? Let me try to figure out some stuff too, because I don't want to feel like I know more than him, but I also want to learn by what he already done research. You did what I'm saying?
Right on.
And then from there, I can tweak it if I feel like we can do it this way better.
Yeah.
So like the first couple jobs, man, was kind of like, you know, didn't really know what I was doing, but I trusted the vision on where he was going with it, because he was always saying, you know what, we're going to make that same money, more of it, than we was doing the turkey leg. We're just going to do it faster. So when he said faster, I'm thinking, okay, the game plan is already wrote down. It's already figured out, because I had to write the game plan down for turkey legs. It was just easier to write that down because it's just turkey legs. You know what I'm saying? But carpet, you got to know how to attack it, how to, you know what I'm saying? It's different carpet for each person's house. So I was just like, well, maybe he got this all figured out where he did his research, which I know he did. And when he broke it down to me, I was kind of like, okay, make a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? Then
I love that. I love the fact that y'all both, like I said before, got that trust and belief in each other. It's no competition.
Nah.
Right,
man.
Just collaboration,
Nah.
building.
And
we good, man.
I ain't got
We good
that.
together.
Man, we good,
I got that look good now, so you know. Nah, man. But at the same time, man, like I say, that it pretty much was experience. Like, man, we pretty much, when I say last year, we probably pushing about 200 jobs in like a whatever year. Like I said, yeah, after those 200, I'll be honest, we had one person was like, hey, I'm not feeling this and that. But that was on him, because he didn't do his research on what type of service he was actually wanting at that time. It was like, man, it's supposed to do this. I'm like, man, that's not what you want. You want Lil Juan to come over here and nah, I just played. But nah, he wanted
caulking
on his floor, on his tile and grout, where it's gonna make it completely white at the end. And he's been in this household for a long time, but I'm like, that's not what the service that you actually asking for.
Right.
You know, and we just had to really break it down so he was understanding after a while, but it was just like, that's not what you want. I put in a position where I can send somebody over here that can do that service, but what you're wanting, it's gonna cost more and it's gonna take a little bit longer.
Right.
I was gonna definitely cost more.
It's gonna cost more. And that's like, look, we just cleaning this part of it. But that was our first experience on it, and it was early in the, you know, when we first started, so we knew how to attack it and be upfront with that customer. And then another thing we experienced, like, we call you on your phone, 9 times out of 10, you'll be like, man, they sound amazing on the phone. Let me shop. Matter of fact, when y'all coming out?
That's the first introduction.
Man, that's the first introduction.
We call,
but that
like
comes from that call center
environment.
Yeah, so we had to learn that stuff. So
they don't know if we black, white, Mexican, whatever on the phone, because it's so professional. You know, we use the right words, terminology. It's just, and then like he said, it's more so being honest with people too. Because don't get me wrong, we'll run into some stubborn stains here and there. It'd be like, man, that ain't gonna come out. But we don't just clean it and go on about our business. He'll call them over there. Hey, this thing right here, this ain't gonna come. This ain't coming out.
And tell them why.
Tell them exactly why. And give them an idea how to get it out. Maybe
most times they know why. Like most times they'll be like, oh yeah, that ain't coming out. But we'll try to treat it as best as we can. But you know, if it don't come out, we'll try everything we can. Like, they trust that honesty to know, okay, well, they just didn't act like they could do it. And because most of them we can do. But some of them, man, you can't have Kool-Aid from, you know, from her to there. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's red and, you know what I'm saying, on top of paint with gum, it's not going to come out. But
but, I mean.
So y'all goal is to be, I'm sorry to interrupt, y'all goal is to be transparent as possible, honest as possible, and confident in the knowledge of what y'all doing.
And be honest, like, we be honest, like, man, you know, to get some of that extra stuff out.
It costs more.
It costs more.
A lot more work.
It's a lot more work, a lot more scrubbing, a lot more product that we got to actually buy.
Right.
And that's going to take, he gonna charge for that. I'm just being honest with you.
I'm laughing right now because about 2 weeks ago, man, this lady, she was like, "Yeah, I got this small room." It's like it was a commercial building.
Okay.
Small room, red paint, just like on y'all wild, man. Yeah. And she's like, "Yeah, it's just a little paint here and there." Man, me and D in there for 2 hours, on our hands and knees, man, scrubbing the red paint out. You know what I'm saying? But that's a cost. You know what I'm saying? We can get it out. But
it's gonna be a little bit more time, a little bit more money at their pocket.
Because that's what you're paying for is the time. You know what I'm saying? That's the job itself to us is easy. We can knock a house out in no time, be done. Yeah. But it's the extra stuff that if you need it done, you need it done. So you're gonna pay for what you get. So it's better to pay for it now, get it out the way, be with some people who are gonna be honest and upfront with you rather than search around for somebody who may sell you anything just to get your dollar and then move on. You know.
Nah, I want you to call me back and tell us hey, when the next time y'all coming out, I got something else for you to do. Right. You know, that's cool. And we're gonna come right back out.
You definitely want those returning customers.
Absolutely.
Just keep recycling.
Absolutely.
Exactly, man.
Because those main ones, they're gonna keep putting money in your pocket and they're gonna refer others to the business.
And it's okay. Sometimes you have to you have to discount sometimes. It depends on what's going on.
On loyalty.
Situation. Hey, or we might. With us, we done ran like drawing contests. Sometimes we might have that on Facebook or something else where we do a drawing and we might give three families a good cleaning for free with our company. That's just something that we want to give back to the community at this time. And a few of these, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, we also run into a lot of kids.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, and they just be amazed because they think we actually working for somebody.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago. Kids, they was outside throwing the football, and I went out there and started throwing it with them.
Yeah,
and they was like, "Man, y'all can't be playing, man. Y'all working. What if y'all boss drive up and see y'all playing?
Y'all on the clock?
Yeah, we on the clock. But I was playing like, hey man, you on the clock, boy. Yeah.
But it tripped them out when I was like, "That's Mr. Diggles right there." And they was like, like they ain't believe it because he black. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, so that's y'all truck too? And it was like. Yeah, but see, we grew up in the wreck, so we know it's a lot of them kids, man, they turned out to be great.
Absolutely.
But this new generation, I mean, sad to say, they don't really have a lot to look up to, you know what I'm saying, because of the things that are going on in the world, but you can still try to be an inspiration to them and let them know the goals don't have to be set on what we were taught. Our goal should have been, be a police officer, firefighter, things like that. Like, if we would have had the mentality we got now, back when we was like, I teach my daughter entrepreneurship now. Like, I want to I buy her camera. Like, I want her to take pictures, just something, anything. YouTube. She like
just get her mind going.
Yeah, get her mind going early because I don't ever want her to feel like somebody gonna give her nothing either. And I give her everything, but at the same time, it's not like that in the real world. So it's kind of like you want to let kids know too that you can do something. It don't have to be extravagant. But if you start your mind now, you might figure it out sooner than later. I'm figuring it out late. Like, I feel like I'm a late bloomer.
Why you feel like it's late?
I feel like it's late because, and now you know what? I don't really feel like it's late. I feel like it was perfect timing because the things that I went through to get here was all part of it, So I take that statement back. I feel like it happened at the right time because I've been in positions before where I was working with people and, their companies and how, bring their companies out, and I watch them every day, and I be proud of them, to this day. Like, even if we don't speak, I still look at people that I have seen do business or been in business with to where they're still being successful, and I salute that all day long.
Absolutely.
Never been a hater in my life. Yep. So it's like when you see things like that, it motivates you even more to know that, you know what, I can do it too, but how would I do it? I'm still trying to figure out what I honestly really, really want to do, as far as just like with me. Yeah. But I don't mind at the same time learning from people that's teaching me the way, because by the time I do it, I should have it I should have it all figured out.
Yeah.
Just because of the people I've been around.
That sounds of greatness right there, bro.
Yeah,
That's how I know you're gonna be great.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Man,
even though you in the process, like you said, still figuring it out. You still don't mind partnering up with somebody who already on that path.
Exactly.
I
like that, man.
Yeah,
I love that.
Like I say, everybody gotta know their own lane. Like
yeah,
you gotta put 5 different people in different situations at the time. Okay, you good at marketing? All right, cool. Show me what you got in reference to the marketing. Okay, you're a good writer.
Right.
Let me see.
Everybody has a lane, and timing is everything.
Yeah, timing is everything.
Oh yeah.
I done seen some people who got it too. We all done seen it. They got it too early. Got the bag too early.
And fumbled it.
Yep.
Blew that shit.
Yeah.
You know, sad to say. Like
but that's real. And then it's not gonna like the thing about it is just because what I don't like about people most times is if you figure it out first. That's fine. That's cool. 2 thumbs up. Right. But don't be hating on the next person because they don't have figured out. Like
facts.
Like let them get to that point too. Because you once were in that point. You know what I'm saying? Like that'd be my big thing.
And don't son nobody, man.
Yeah.
Facts.
I'm trying to. You need to be doing it. Yeah, you should be doing it.
Nah.
As a manager on my end, I try to avoid that type of language when everything is not gonna be you should, you better, you need to.
Got to.
I swing. We a team. Hey, how about we do this? Mm-hmm. Oh, how about we work together and we do this? What you think about that? And this gonna help us be successful in this area.
Exactly. Even though they say Diggles elite, but they're still everybody that's a part of the team.
Oh, yeah.
It's y'all.
I represent it like it's mine.
Absolutely.
When his back turned. I treat it like it's my company, not because I feel like I'm trying to overstep him, but I do that because I feel like that's what he would want me to do. You know what I'm saying? Like he would want me to stand on it. Like it paid my bills too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why wouldn't I? I mean, yesterday I'm at Boomer Jacks talking to a white guy. He sell windows. He give me his card. I'm gonna give him my card. And we gonna go from there. He know people. It don't matter once we get to the job who know who we working for, all for each other. You know what I'm saying? So
and those relationships from back in we getting called from some people I haven't talked to in like over 20 years.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? Man, y'all inspire me, man. We got dudes older than us in their 50s.
Yeah.
Man, what's y'all stuff? Man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. Y'all motivate me. I'm looking at what I got going on and I ain't doing nothing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna see what I can actually do. And then they call and they text us, man, how y'all think about it? What you think about this?
Mm-hmm.
Because they see the moves that we actually making. But when we jumped, from when we went public, man, we just basically jumped out there and we was like, hey, we already been doing this. We was doing it, but at the same time, we was trying to get better with our equipment. You got the latest equipment, and it's gonna make the job easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, but you got to do your homework. Don't go by what somebody else said. It's going to take time. You're going to have to sit at that computer and you're going to have to do your homework and look at people that's already in the industry. Well, yeah, I had to compare all the pricing, so I don't feel like I'm price gouging for everybody else.
Right.
Later last week, she told me, she was like, well, she tried to outsmart us when it came to it, but she was like, well, I did all my pricing. I looked up everybody else, and y'all are right in the middle with everybody else. That's cool.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you don't want to go to somebody they got the ridiculous price, and we known for doing that. But we do it.
Yeah, we
do it. But at the same time, we want to have good pricing, and we're gonna quality work when we go over there.
Gotcha. It's about the residual.
It's about the residual, man. You want to make that easy. In this industry, man, you can make it's up to you. You can make if you ain't working 8 to 5, and you start 8 to 5 in the morning doing this, man. You can. It's no telling. It's no cap.
Yeah.
At that 8 to 5 job, they know if I'm gonna give you 45,000, I'm gonna give you 60,000. I ain't gotta give you nothing else.
That's it.
All right, let me give you extra.
No matter how much extra work you do.
Yeah. Let me give you extra $500 for the end of the year for doing this.
Or 15-cent raise.
15-cent raise or something like that. They know they ain't got to pay you no more, but they done sat in the back and they done made millions of dollars off for you.
Yeah.
What we do right now, it ain't no cap. It's how much we grind, how much we go out there. We started from, we was going to apartment complexes. I go to neighborhoods, passing out flyers.
Straight up.
This is the stuff that people don't see. They just see what we post online. Like, yeah, this is how we work, but you got to get out there and grind too.
Absolutely.
Putting it on calls. Every time we go to somebody, hey man, go on, give us that review. It goes a long way. Cause some people like that. He like the review. He'll look at the review. I just like I listen to somebody.
I don't do anything before I look it up.
Yeah.
To see what kind of experience can I expect.
Gotcha.
Even if it's not the experience that I can expect, I can still look around and see who's more, who's better than the next, where I'm gonna spend my dollar. Cause it's important. We all work hard. So it's important where you spend your dollars at, man. Definitely. So
this guy here competitive, man. He competitive. Man, he gonna look at this. Look at this, D. Yeah. Look at my lines and this, look at this. Like he gonna look. They ain't doing what we doing over here, man. Ain't nobody hindering what we doing. He turned into that guy in a minute. I'm like, nah,
but it's not. But
you gotta give him cool. They trying.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, I'm we still look at competitors and see what we can do.
Don't call them out.
Yeah, no, we ain't gonna call them out, man.
I call them out. No filter.
Nah, don't call them out. Let's be humble, bro. Nah.
But question, fellas. What's next for Diggles Elite Clean? What's the next? What's the goals?
Man, goals. I mean, one goal, man. We want about 10 of our trucks rolling down 20, 30, 40, 360, 45. You gonna see us. Like I say, man, we working on the training right now. This gonna be in the near future where we can actually show people the game on how to get out here and get that money. You got other people that's doing it, but they don't know nobody.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people between me and him. We got a lot of people that listen to us. That's willing to take our lead, and they see what we doing. That's the first thing out their mind now. And if we can actually show them the game on how to get some money in this industry, and also give them training. Everything right now, this is something you ain't really got to go to school for, but at the same time, you can get out there, build those relationships, and you can actually make some money, some real money in the industry.
That's what's up. What's up.
That's what we gonna sell them. Probably like a day training on how to get out here and give them our connect.
Like face-to-face, hands-on training, or like a digital product.
Nah, it's gonna be face-to-face. It's gonna really, because if we do digital, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. 9 times you're not gonna get that same type of experience. Right down in your face, and I'm telling you, like, look, you can make this money. You can go to this one house.
Got you.
And then you can make a lot of money at this one house.
Got you.
Just by you doing all these services. Now you're gonna have to do good work.
Yeah.
Or they ain't gonna have you come back.
Right.
But at the same time, it's up to you. Now we can give you the game, but it's up to you to use it. You know what I'm saying? If you can come to class and stuff all you want, but if you don't take what we telling you or using what we roll with it, that's on you.
And the thing about it doesn't even have to be carpet. You could take the business mentality and go sell pickles for all it's just you gotta know how to you have to know how to train your mind to think
outside the box.
What can I do and how I'm gonna do it? And then most importantly, what I had to learn, I had to learn this because I have a million thoughts in my head. I never was writing them down.
Yep.
So you got to be able to.
A year and a half ago.
Yeah, you got to write them down, bro. Because if you don't, you know what I'm saying, then that'll blow by your mind. Absolutely. You won't even remember it. But yes, and then like he was saying, we be everywhere, but it's a lot of places that we can't service. A lot of places we can't reach. We was all the way in Forney last week. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the DFW. This guy. We had a job one day, man. I gotta tell this story. We had a job.
Man. I got an excuse.
But it be days like this, man. So we got a car right before Thanksgiving. Lady called me. She wanted the job done like
I was chilling.
ASAP. She was like, man, y'all can come out here. She didn't care what the price was.
Day before Thanksgiving.
She didn't care what the price was. So I'm like, okay. I'm a charger for this after hour service. I'm a charger for the day before Thanksgiving service. So to me it was a fair price, but it wasn't a normal price, right? I called this guy. I'm like, dude, we got a job, man, tonight, and I can hear it in his voice. All right, I say it's in Plano. All right, got off the phone with him. 5 minutes later, he texts me. Say, bro, we only service the DFW, right? I like, bro, where you think Plano is? That's Dallas.
Hey, bro. Man, I did
how far it is outside.
I was laying down. I was out of there.
You weren't trying to hear that. You weren't trying to hear it, but I was not trying to hear it. Come on, man. I was
being lazy on that one.
I like, man, get up.
But that's part of it. Once we got out there, it didn't take us long at all.
That's the next thing though. Going back to the question, though, my bad, is you want to be able to have people who don't mind jumping for that. You know what I'm saying? Like doing that for you, so you can sit back and chill. Have people, but in 10 trucks, you got to fill them. Yep. But you don't want to just fill them with anybody. You don't want to fill them with somebody that's going to be driving it like it's, their car or messing up your equipment, because all that stuff is expensive. I know just watching him spend it on what we started with to what we got. He told me when we walked in, he's I'm going to get that. And I'm like, man, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? But now they got it. I don't even like I do what I do, but so I'm messing up, I get them quiet, man. Because you want to know, you can trust people to not tear up your stuff, bro. Like 10 trucks, that's a lot. But that's a goal, you know what I'm saying? So we can get 20 people to fill these trucks and, work and do the jobs, then we can be Plano, Frisco, Forney, everywhere. Man, we done been to Jasper, So
what's up, JPT, man? Texas, man. Jasper, Texas, baby. I'm country, right?
So man, that's one of the things. And the thing about this too, man, is it's cool because we talk about it every day. Yeah. We talk about the next moves, next goals. We may have our little conversations, we cracking jokes, scoring, but majority of the conversations be about business. You know what I'm saying? Like what we finna do next, like how, what's the plan, or who
I love that.
Who's next? You know what I'm saying? Like we
I had to cut some friends off just because we weren't talking about goals, we weren't talking about business, we weren't talking about dreams, we weren't talking about accomplishments.
You gotta grow something.
And they thought I was the one tripping.
Yeah, they gonna think that.
They thought I was crazy.
Nah, man.
Like, nah,
they should have been trying to get closer to you though. On the real tip, and that's the thing. A lot of people think you're trying to outdo them just because you have a goal.
Nah, and it's tired of being broke. Tired of being regular.
Man, man, tired of being what? I've been, man, look, I tell this story all the time. Man, I've been broke. Been done that, man. I was going to 2 schools, working 2 jobs, ain't had no car. They on 2 different sides of the city.
Damn.
And that first time, I ain't had no money like that. And, I ain't have, certain relationships with women and stuff like that. That didn't work out. I ain't had no. That's the first time I experienced it.
Life wasn't right. Life wasn't in order.
Yeah, it wasn't in order, man.
Figuring it out,
Start figuring it out. You get depressed. You ain't making money like you really, but you see other people making money. That happens. So when you do get the money, you ain't trying to go back there at all.
Absolutely not.
Nah. So you just need to kind of set yourself, be smart with your money. It ain't, you invest, but I say invest in yourself rather than rely on somebody else
to give you something.
Man.
I feel that 100%.
That market the market is cool at times, but you gotta wait till it go up. What you gonna do in the meantime? You put all your money in the stock market or something like that,
right?
Or in Bitcoins or crypto and all that other stuff, man. I asked one question the other day, and they nobody could give me an answer to it with the crypto. I was just like, if there's no internet and you have no power, how you gonna get your money?
Straight up. Straight up.
Am I crazy for asking it?
No, that's just
answer me that, man. I'm not.
That's a light bulb moment. For real.
I'm not for to get 5-10,000. Nah, I can't do that one. That's too much faith in the man on that one. I just
and to just speak on that even more, it's like I always use the term of people looking outside of themselves.
Yeah, diversify your money, man. Don't have it sitting in just one thing.
Yeah.
But like I say, if you invest in you, once you start investing and you see how the money you spent on yourself,
you ain't gonna want to lose.
You ain't gonna want to lose. You gonna try to get that back.
Absolutely.
Straight up. Absolutely. Whatever you gonna do. If I gotta get out here and go to all these and be in the parking lot in the Highlands and Glory passing out fly, hey, I'm gonna do that till the police run me out.
Absolutely.
But man. That's the grind like people don't see, man. You out here sweating, doing, man. You gotta get out here and touch these hands and touch somebody. In order for you to make some money and touch somebody's pocket, you got to touch so many people's hands out here in these streets.
Absolutely. Yeah. Show your face.
Speak up. And speak. Yeah.
Closed mouths ain't going to get fed. Being pretty ain't going to get you money all the time either. That go for male and female. You know what I'm saying? So you going to have to say so.
Come on, we'll go pull up, get a drink after the job quick, smelling like
work shirt on, but it's still.
Be chilling. And still get those looks like, y'all just left from doing something important. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a respect.
We don't care, but it took my OG, my big homies, the dudes that I kind of looked up to. It took. I could never understand that. Like they just pull up anyway. I don't care. They tired. They want to just fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Just go in there.
My bad. Can we cuss? This is Brick Club.
Keep it rolling.
Yeah, that's just playing, man. But nah, man. It's just like I say, experience. We had a good time. This is a learning moment. We just wanted to put something out here that, you know, put a face, kind of catch our vibe on what we do on a everyday thing. Man, right now, man, like I said, we about to live here and go to work now.
Right on.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we got a busy schedule. This stuff not easy, y'all. Like I say, you gonna have to put in the time in order for you to have something.
Gotcha.
Regardless of what it is, you selling candles, you selling socks, anything. It's yours. You put your brand on there, and then you represent your brand and give 110 on whatever you do.
I like that, man. Yeah. I like that. So, y'all been giving gems this whole interview, man.
A little bit.
Let's go cap it off with three of the most important things that a starting entrepreneur needs to get their head like focused on. Okay. 3 things.
Man, I would say get your paperwork right. That's for sure.
Paperwork.
Yeah, do your homework, paperwork, make sure everything, all that is correct.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you might run into some people that just ain't going to be no good for you and just trying to take your money. Yeah. You know, leave you hanging. So make sure that's straight. Learn from other people's mistakes, too.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I listen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I say you done lost $1 million on this, matter of fact, I'm going to ask you all the questions on, all right, man, how you lose that?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me?
Nah. So I need to know. I need to know because I done seen that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, or paperwork wasn't right. Your failed relationship or marriage, they take all your money, then your business go down because it's certain things that you gotta kind of prevent with the entrepreneurship. Also, like I say, man, be approachable.
Mm-hmm.
Be approachable.
Yeah.
I like that.
Brag on yourself.
Yeah.
With confidence.
With confidence.
Yeah. Because ain't nobody going to represent you more than you can represent yourself. For
Facts.
real, you know. And don't let nobody tell you that you're not supposed to be doing that, too. Because that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, brag on yourself. Matter of fact, that's why we here. This why you should choose our company. That's what we came out and we started saying. We bragging on ourselves. We going to pop, what they say, pop with the youngsters, pop our shit. That's what we doing right there. Yeah. So when we come out, man, like I say, we going to make sure that we doing what we supposed to be doing. You want to brag on you, and I always give find a positive. If it's a whole bunch of bullshit going on, find one positive to at least brag on yourself. And I would probably go an hour on why you should choose.
Yeah,
right on.
Even though I know we done messed up on a whole bunch of shit, but
and the thing about that too, to touch up on what he just said with that is, you have to teach yourself that if you have a problem, you should never have that problem without in the back of your mind having a solution. You know, you got to have a solution for every problem. You can complain, but what's your mindset to get that complaint fixed? Yeah, a lot of people don't do that. They rather just complain and want somebody else to figure it out for them.
Nah.
You ain't got yourself enough time to complain because you ain't thought about how to fix it. You know,
or find the people that's been through the situation that you on and figure it out from there. Like in this, we end up getting us a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? We call him every time. He was like, "Hey, Mr. Diggles. Hey, when I walked in that office in my supply and I told him what I was into, he was like, you know what? I'm going to make you a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. This
is what I'm going to do. This, and that. About the machine. It's a totally different machine than we got now. You have to literally pick it up and take it in somebody's house.
Use their water.
And use their water. This is the type of thing that the machine we got now. Nah, they
just crank it.
Just crank it. And then that's what we take it from there. But we had our struggles with that. You know, it can stink. It can do it. You don't want to take none of that stuff in nobody's house. We got to sterilize everything before we even take it over somebody's house. Because, you know, some people need, what they say, they need freaks. And
OCD.
OCD? Yeah, my bad. Y'all. But at the same time, you know, we just we don't want dirty equipment over somebody's house.
But that's the main 3 things right there, man.
Yeah,
it's
just be consistent.
Yeah, and that's the biggest number. That's the number one thing too. Once you figure, and then you can't stop either, because your dreams not gonna work themselves. You know
Absolutely
what I'm saying? You gotta actually go out there and work them and do the work behind it and understand that you're not gonna be at the top in 2 days. Like you're gonna have to literally piece of, it's like playing Mortal Kombat, bro. You at the bottom of that ladder, you got to fight your way up. For real.
The gauntlet.
That's the only way you gonna get there. You got to fight.
And just to touch on being consistent and just don't rush the process.
Nah, you gotta enjoy it.
Don't set goals, but don't put a time limit on. Damn, I should be here in next year, 6 months. No,
you
don't
can set goals.
Yeah,
set goals. Absolutely set goals, but don't
be too long, far out with like shit. Give me 5 years, and I want to get a house. I'm like, all right, what you doing right now? You get yourself a year.
Absolutely. And even then, if you're not where you at in that 6 months to a year,
at least you can start the process.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah, what have you done to actually to get that house?
Absolutely.
What's gonna change from 1 year to 5 years? You know what I'm saying? If you got 5 years to think about it, start year one now. You might be blessed to get that in 2 years. You might meet in the middle or somewhere. Exactly. You're setting it too far. So that's what we mean by that. Because we'll set a goal in a minute, and when that goal approaching, we asking ourselves,
should I pull the trigger?
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I pull the trigger on it? Then when it's there in your face, you gotta have
ready.
like 40. You gotta be ready, and you gotta know when it's about to hit you.
Absolutely.
So it was just with this, like I said, it just came. I was like, all right, let me go on and do this. Let's go ahead and make some money this way.
Right on.
It's fun too.
It's fun, man.
You know what I'm saying? We have fun,
yeah. It's fun. You can sit and crack jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's this dude right here, the little engine that could. I told him I'm his muscle.
I like that. For real.
Man, y'all gonna check us out. Diggles Elite Cleaning.com. My name's, like I say, I'm Decorian.
This is Otis.
This is Opil. Man, like I said, we pretty much number one with the best rates. If y'all can go ahead and book today, like I said, we come out, give you a free quote. We don't mind, giving feedback. If it's timing ain't right, just call us back, or we'll follow back up with you to see what we can actually do. But we do want to service you.
Where can they find you?
They can always find us on, like I say, our website. You can also go on Facebook. We got a Facebook page. We remodeling the Instagram and Twitter right now, but like I say, just going up on our page, DigglesEliteCleaning.com, and you can go ahead and book. Just check us out. Look at our history, what we got going.
Real testimonies
and
from
real testimony, real people. Man, we pretty much done did over like almost 200 some jobs in the DFW, like, and they
humble
still
brand.
growing. Humbly,
humble brand.
Yeah, just a humble, But we working, man. Like I say, we always working. Right now, we had to find time to just do this.
Yeah,
but I'm happy we did
that,
it. But we just we want to come out, show Dream, some appreciation. Just, hey man, we just want to thank y'all for letting us come out. Utilize our facility at this time.
Dream Motivate Studios. We got Diggles Elite Cleaning.
Exactly.
Decorian Diggles. Otis. What's your last name?
Peel.
Otis Peel.
Got the old man name. You gotta be young to get old, baby.
Didn't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Say, man, I'm here though.
Nah, just
straight up, man. We got Diggles Elite Cleaning. Please check them out. DigglesEliteCleaning.com.
Already.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all coming through, man.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.